Hello, welcome everyone. So we'll begin in a comfortable seated position. Option to sit cross-legged, or you can also sit in Vajrasana if you want. Option to stretch your legs out. Make sure the sit bones are in contact with the ground. So remove all that extra flesh from under the buttocks. Straighten the spine, roll the shoulders back. Your palms can face down, they can face up. An option to gently touch the tips of the forefinger and the thumb. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Close your eyes. And we'll do a few minutes of centering. Begin by taking all your attention away from the thoughts, away from your surroundings, and bringing all this attention to the breath. See if you can start to slow down the breath. Try and listen to the sound of your breath. And when we try to focus on the breath, or anything for that matter, it's only natural that the mind comes into the way. Sometimes thoughts come. So when thoughts arise and you notice that you're engaged in thinking, instead of pushing the thoughts away or suppressing them, simply take your attention away from the thoughts. Let them be and bring your attention back to the breath. You can also bring your attention to the body sensations. Move your attention up and down the body and notice the different sensations in the different parts of the body. And now really slow down your breath as much as possible, taking longer inhalations and slower exhalations. Allow all the muscles to relax as you prepare the body for today's practice. And to energize the body, we'll take 5 deep and long breaths. So with your next inhalation, fill the belly and lungs to the maximum capacity and exhale everything out. Take 4 more breaths like this at your own pace. After you finish the 5 rounds, just allow the breath to return to its natural rhythm. And as you acknowledge this rhythm, set a mental intention that you will keep this natural rhythm going throughout the session. With that, gently bring your palms together in front of the chest. and rub your palms. Your eyes, gently massaging the eyes. Take the palms away from the face. Open your eyes and look into your palms. Relax the hands. So we'll begin with some warm-up poses in the seated position. First, we'll begin with the cobbler's pose. So bring the soles of your feet together, draw the feet closer, intertwine the fingers, wrap them around the feet. And before you begin, just sit up straight. Make sure you feel the sit bones in contact with the ground. And now slowly start flapping the legs. Keep your attention on the hips where the stretch is happening. Now, as you feel comfortable in this pose, see if you can start increasing the range of motion, which means lifting the knees up, bringing it more down. Continue breathing consciously. Now stop the movement, relax the hands, hold your feet and take the feet away from the hips, creating some distance between the legs. Now you're holding the feet like this, thumb inside, fingers outside. Once you have this grip, straighten your back and start reaching forward. Don't think about forward fold, reach forward. Keep looking forward. Your elbows will rest on the legs. And now you can press the legs down with the elbows. You can open the feet like you're opening a book. And when you cannot reach forward anymore, that's when you round the spine and relax the head down. Keep that gentle pressure on the legs and breathe. Slowly, as you inhale, roll up one vertebra at a time. The head comes up last. Come back up. Taking the hands under the legs now. Slowly walk your fingers forward, one hand at a time, as much as the body allows. Once you reach your limit, relax the head down once again. Allow the passive stretch to happen in the body. Now, if this is too easy for you and if you want to go deeper into this, you can always wrap your fingers around the feet, holding the feet, and then pull your forehead down towards the feet. Slowly start relaxing the hands and walking the fingers back. Coming back up. And finally, we'll do a counter stretch. Place your palms behind you, fingers pointing forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Let the head fall back. And now sit up. Once again, come to your desired seated position. So let's warm up the hands a little bit. Stretch your arms in front of you and open the fingers wide, like the rays of the sun. Now make a fist. As you make a fist, you will engage all the muscles in your arm, all the way up to the shoulders. Now open the fingers wide, make a fist. Do a few rounds of this and match this with your breath. So you inhale as you open the palms, exhale as you make a fist. Now in this round, when you make a fist, place the thumb inside and make a fist. And do some wrist rotations. Slow and mindful movements. Reverse the direction. And now relax the hands. Now we will start massaging our digestive organs and the abdominal muscles. So we'll do a few poses for that. Stretch your legs out in front of you. We'll first do the rowing pose or the boat riding pose. So just engage your legs slightly over here, sit up straight, make a fist close to the shoulders. Now, as you exhale, open the palms and reach towards your feet, bending forward. As you inhale, lean back, make a fist and draw it close to the shoulders. Exhale, inhale back. So imagine that you're rowing a boat and try to make big rowing motions. Be mindful of the breath, exhaling forward, inhaling back. You can increase the speed as you go along. And one last round. After that, we will reverse the direction. Now you can reverse the direction. Breathing will stay the same. You will exhale as you lean forward, inhale as you lean back. Last 3 rounds. And once you finish, relax the hands. Place your palms behind you. Let's take some time to relax the body, shake your leg, maybe move your shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades. Now increase the distance between the feet, coming into a wide-legged seated position. We will first begin with the dragonfly pose. So as you inhale, lift the hands up. Exhale, reach forward, bending from the lower back, and then place the fingers down, palms down. Just relax the upper body completely. Keep your legs slightly engaged, toes flexed, but relax the upper body. Let the chin touch the chest. Now, once you're comfortable here, see if with every exhalation you can walk your fingers forward, maybe by a few centimeters or a few millimeters. So inhale deeply, exhale, walk the fingers. Once you reach your limit, relax the body over there. Slowly start walking the fingers back, rolling up, take your time. Lift your hands up as you inhale and exhale, relax. Now we'll do another stretch, different this time. We were focusing on reaching forward. This time with our hands, we'll reach towards the feet. But you can place your hands anywhere on the shin, ankle, toes, whatever you can reach. Once you have that grip, just gently bend the elbows, pull yourself forward, and once again, relax the head down. Sometimes people like to use the index finger and the middle finger and wrap it around the big toes. So if you want to try that, you can do it. You can also start with bent knees and then straighten the legs as you relax in the pose. So see which variation works for you today. It also helps to gently suck the belly in. And slowly release. Come back up. Lift the hands up. And exhale. Place the palms behind you. Shake it out. Move the shoulders. And the final pose we will do in this position is the Chakki Chalanasana. So stretch your arms in front of you, intertwine the fingers. Throughout the pose, you will not bend the elbows. So do not bend the elbows like this. Keep it straight. Inhale. As you exhale, lean forward. Then inhale, move to one side, lean back, and complete the circle. So visualize that you are working on a stone grinder. Try to make big circles, as big as possible. And be mindful of the breath, exhaling as you come forward, inhaling as you go back. One last round, and then we reverse the direction. Breathing will stay the same. Exhaling forward, inhaling, leaning back. And one last round. After you finish, relax the hands. Come back to a comfortable seated position. We will finish the seated sequence with some shoulder rolls and neck stretches. So place your palms on the knees, keep it relaxed. Lift the shoulders up. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. Bring it down, complete the circle. So if you go slow and mindfully, you'll be able to reach the maximum range of motion. Now match your breath with this movement. You inhale as the shoulders go up, exhale as they come down. One last round, and then we reverse the direction. And finish with one last round. Now keep the shoulders relaxed. We'll do some neck stretches. As you inhale, look up. As you exhale, chin to the chest. 4 more rounds. Inhale up. Exhale, chin to the chest. Do it at your own pace. After you finish, come to the center and take a deep inhalation. As you exhale, look to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, look to the right. Move at your own pace now. Again, try to find the maximum range of motion. You can look over the shoulder for a deeper stretch, as if you're trying to look back. One last round on both sides. Come to the center, deep inhalation. As you exhale, left ear comes to the left shoulder. Inhale up, exhale other side. Move at your own pace. Last round on both sides. Come to the center and relax. So now we will move into the tabletop position. Just swing your legs behind you and come on your knees and palms. Now you'll begin in the neutral tabletop position. So just make sure that all the alignment is correct. Your palms should be stacked under the shoulders. Fingers are spread wide. You're pressing into the ground with the fingertips. Knees are under the hips. Legs are parallel. Toes are untucked. Now gently draw the shoulders away from the ears. Look towards the front of the mat. Spine is completely neutral. And one last adjustment. See if you can externally rotate your arms. It's a very slight movement where the elbow will point back. So see if you can get that with your arms. This is the neutral position. We'll first begin with the cat and cow stretch to warm up the spine. So as you inhale, drop your belly and lift the tailbone up, slightly looking up, arching the back. As you exhale, round the spine, chin comes to the chest, suck your belly in. Continue at your own pace, inhaling, arching the back, lifting the tailbone up. Exhaling, hunching the back, tucking the tailbone in. Do a few rounds at your own pace. Keep your complete attention on the spine. Notice how the arch feels. Notice how the hunch feels. One last round on both sides. Come to the neutral position. We'll move into our first downward facing dog. Take a step forward with the palms, keeping the fingers spread wide. Tuck the toes. Gently arch the back, push the hips back, and lift the knees. Bringing the heels down towards the ground. Now, sometimes it's helpful to take a small step forward with your feet to see if that works for you. Try to bring the heels down closer towards the ground. Now, lift your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Let's begin with pedaling through the feet. So, bend one knee as the other heel comes down, and vice versa. Pedal through the feet and warm up your hamstring muscles. Keep breathing consciously. Now stop the movement. Lift both the heels up towards the ceiling. Drop the chest close to the thighs. And then drop your heels down. Now, in this downward facing dog, see if you can externally rotate your arms just like we did in tabletop. See if you can. So, generally, you would look towards your feet, but if you want a little more challenge, see if you can look towards the navel. And now we will transition into upward facing dog. So, slowly start lowering the hips, coming into a plank position, and then bring your hips down to the ground all the way. Untuck the toes and slightly look up. This is upward facing dog modified. If you want to try the full version, see if you can lift the knees off the floor without tucking the toes in. Place the knees down, tuck the toes, push the hips back. Again, we'll go into downward facing dog. Bring the hips down, moving through the plank position into upward facing dog. Untuck the toes. Untuck the toes. And then back to the downward facing dog. One last time. Back to the upward facing dog. One last time. Option to take the knees off the floor without tucking the toes in. And place the knees down. Push the hips back. This time we'll move into child's pose. So we'll do extended child's pose. Increase the distance between your knees. Let the big toes touch. Push the hips back. Walk the palms forward and place the forehead down. Now relax your upper body completely. If there is some strain in the wrists, maybe do some wrist rotations. Breathe steadily. Gently lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Come back to the tabletop position. So let's continue with a few more poses here. One thing is, if this position is very uncomfortable for your knees, you can always fold your mat, place the knees on top of that, or you can place a blanket or a pillow under the knees. So see if that makes it more comfortable. Now from here, we'll move into the spinal balance pose. So for spinal balance, first, just take your right leg back, toes on the ground, and then lift it up. Stabilize the body and see if you can lift the left hand up. Right leg and left hand, engage your core muscles, look forward, and then breathe steadily. Take 5 deep breaths over here. Long and deep breaths. Whenever you finish your 5 breaths, you can place the palm down and the knee down, slowly coming out of the pose. Same thing we'll do on the other side. Stretch the left leg behind you first, toes on the ground. Now lift it up. Keep it completely engaged. Toe pointing back. Lift your right hand off the floor. Find your balance. Now steadily breathe. Complete your 5 breaths. After that, slowly come back to the tabletop position. Just move your body a little bit. Forward and back, side to side, just to release some tension. And now we'll do a shoulder stretch. It's called thread the needle. So as you inhale, lift the right hand off the floor, opening the chest on the right side. As you exhale, swing this right hand under the left, bringing the right ear on the ground. Now you can stay here if you feel comfortable. See if you can take the left hand behind the back. If you want a little more challenge, see if you can continue opening the chest, twisting, looking up towards the ceiling. Keep breathing. Place the left palm on the ground in front of your face. Push yourself up, slowly coming out of the pose. Back to the tabletop position. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Lift your left hand up and open the chest on the left side. As you exhale, swing it under the right, bringing the left ear on the ground. Once you're comfortable here, see if you can take the right hand behind the back. And if possible, further twist and try to look up towards the ceiling. Be careful though, do not overstrain the neck. Deep breaths. Place the right palm down in front of your face. Push yourself up, back to the tabletop position. Once again, we'll move into downward facing dog and do that same sequence. So place your palms forward, tuck the toes, lift the knees, downward facing dog. Try to reach the heels toward the ground. Lowering the hips, moving into plank, and then upward facing dog. Untuck the toes, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Lower the hips, untuck the toes, upward facing dog. One last time. Exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale into upward facing dog. Continue breathing here. Let's add a quick twist over here. Look over the right shoulder towards your right foot. Come to the center. Look over the left shoulder towards your left foot. Come to the center and push your hips back into child's pose now. So this time, option to do what we did previously, or you can also do regular child's pose where the knees are hip width apart and place the head down. You can take the hands back, palms facing up. Whichever variation of child's pose you do, just relax the body completely. Gently lift your head, neck, and shoulders. One last time, we'll come to the tabletop position. So this time, we will do a pose. We will perform the cat and cow stretch, but this time we'll add leg movements to it. So let me just show you how that works. We'll do it one leg at a time. So starting with the right leg, you lift it up, knee will be bent, and arch your back as you look up. As you exhale, round your spine and let the forehead come close to the knee. So once again, lifting the leg up, arching the back. Exhale, hunch, knee comes towards the forehead. So let's do this for 10 rounds on one side. Inhale, arch, exhale, hunch. Do it at your own pace. Once you finish the last round, place the knee down, shake it out. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Try to stabilize your breath. Lift the left leg up, arching the back, looking up. Exhale, hunch the back, bring the knee to the forehead. Move at your own pace. Try to keep the breath steady, movement steady. And one last round. Back to the tabletop position. Let's do the downward facing dog and upward facing dog just one time, and then we'll move into child's pose. Bring your palms forward, tuck the toes, lift the knees, downward facing dog. Take a few moments here, bring the heels down and lift the tailbone up. Breathe. And moving into plank, moving into upward facing dog. Stay here for a few seconds. See if you can take the shoulders away from the ears. See if you can lift the knees off the floor without tucking the toes in. Breathe. Place the knees down if comfortable and push back in child's pose. Again, let's move into extended child's pose this time. Increase the distance between the knees. Big toes touch. Push the hips back and place the forehead down. Just relax the body. Deep breaths in and out of the abdomen. Relax the arms completely, shoulders and the upper back. As you inhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders, walk your fingers back, and now come to a comfortable seated position. Settle down comfortably. Let's begin with a few movements just to release the tension from the arms. So just do some wrist rotations here in both directions. And now do some twisting movements. So place one palm on the opposite knee, twist and look back. Come to the center and twist on the other side. Just gentle twists. Now come to the center and settle down. We'll do some pranayama practices for the next 10 minutes. So find a comfortable position, relax the shoulders. Option to bring your hands in chin mudra once again. First, we will begin with 10 rounds of Ujjayi breathing. Long and deep Ujjayi breaths. So if you already know what Ujjayi breathing is, you can go ahead and begin. In Ujjayi breathing, we constrict our throat or windpipe. So if the windpipe is this, we'll constrict it to half. And with this constricted windpipe, we are engaging the muscles in the throat. So the muscles start building up. You're also stimulating the thyroid gland. So, and this is a breathing practice. You can try it anytime. So if you're new to this, make a sound like almost like a snoring sound to do this. Let me just show you how that sounds. So do this comfortably for 10 rounds. Finish the last round that you're in. Take your time. And after you finish, just relax the throat muscles. Allow the body to breathe naturally and simply notice the difference. Notice the sensations. Become aware of how you're feeling. Gently blink open your eyes if you had them closed. Next, we will do full yogic breathing. So we will perform 7 rounds of full yogic breathing. If you already know how to do it, you can begin. In full yogic breathing, we inhale consecutively for 3 times and we fill the body with breath. So full yogic breathing is performed to increase your body's capacity to hold the breath as well as just the general amount of breath that goes in and out. So we try to breathe in maximum and breathe out everything. How do we do this? We do it by dividing the breath into 3 parts. First is called abdominal breathing, where you breathe into the belly. Technically, the breath doesn't go into the belly, but your abdomen expands and your belly will expand. So you can know you're breathing abdominally by placing your palm on the belly and breathing in and out. The second is thoracic breathing, which is the bottom and the side part of the lungs. You can feel this by touching your rib cage. And as you inhale, the rib cage will expand and open up. As you exhale, it will come down. The third part is the clavicular breathing, which is the top part of the lungs. Very little amount of air goes over here. And you can feel this by touching just below your collarbones. And when you breathe in, it should lift up, breathe down, exhale. So what we do is 3 consecutive inhalations, first into the belly, then the thoracic region, then the clavicular region. Once you're full of breath, you exhale everything out. So that's full yogic breathing. Let me show you what it looks like. Now without the hand movements. Continue at your own pace until you finish 7 rounds. Finish the last round that you're in. And after this, just allow the body to breathe naturally. Notice the changes that you feel. Gently blink open your eyes and let us finish our pranayama section with the Brahmari pranayama. Just 3 rounds of Brahmari. If you know how to do it, you can begin. In Brahmari, we imagine the body as a hollow drum and we make a long humming sound after blocking the ears with the thumbs, placing the middle finger at the inner edge of the eyes, just placing it, not pressing. The ring finger at the edge of the nostrils, and the other fingers just relax on the face. Ears are blocked. You inhale deeply, and then you make a long humming sound, feeling the vibrations in the hollow drum or the hollow body. So let's do 3 rounds of that. After finishing, keep the eyes closed. And these few moments after the Brahmari Pranayama are very precious because you will notice the mind is absolutely silent right now. This is the state we want to achieve when we try and meditate. So if you ever want to meditate, sit for meditations, or maybe a practice of Yoga Nidra, Brahmari Pranayam before your meditation session is very helpful as it can calm and relax the mind. So keeping your attention on the breath, just invite some movement to the body, relax the hands, blink open your eyes, unwind the legs, and lie down on your bed, on your back. Just relax the body, allow it to sink into the ground. Relax your limbs, arms and legs. We'll do some final poses here. First, we will do Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. So bend your knees. Your feet are hip width apart. Now bring the arms closer to the body, palms facing down. See if you can gently touch the back of your heels. This will be your starting position. Once you have this position, press your feet into the ground, lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. The chest will start rising up towards the chin. Back of the neck is on the ground. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze the buttocks. Lift the hips up towards the ceiling as much as possible. Engage the legs and continue breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, One. Slowly release the back, one vertebrae at a time. The hips come down last. And every time you practice bridge pose, bring the knees in to do a counter pose. Place the palms on your knees. Just move from side to side. Massage your back. So let's practice bridge pose once again. Come to the center. Place the feet down. Touch the back of your heels. Find your starting position. Press the feet into the ground and lift the hips up towards the ceiling. If you want to add additional step here, see if you can intertwine the fingers behind your back, squeezing the shoulder blades, lifting the hips up further towards the ceiling. Engage the legs completely, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the hands first, and then bring your spine down slowly. Once again, counter pose. Bring the knees in, close to the chest. Move from side to side. You can also make circular motions with the lower back, massaging your lower back and the tailbone in both directions. Now stop the movement. Bring both of your hands, intertwine fingers, and place them on the right knee, straighten the left leg. We'll transition into Pavan Muktasana. Pull the right knee towards you, keeping the left leg straight. When you cannot pull anymore, lift your head up, bring the forehead to the knee or as close as possible. Release the head down, release the leg and switch legs. First, just pull the left knee down. Make sure right leg is completely straight. You should start feeling a pinch in the left hip. Once you feel that, lift the head up, bring the forehead to the knee, and release. Release the leg. Bend both the knees. Draw them both close to the chest. Now, 3 different options here. You can just hold the knees like this. You can wrap your hands around and hold the opposite wrist. If possible, wrap your hands around tightly and hold the opposite elbows. See which one works best for you today. Place the head down first. Move from side to side. Now come to the center. And one final time, lift your head up. Try to bring the forehead in between the knees. Release the head down. Relax the hands. Keep the feet away from the ground. We'll move into a twist. Let the knees fall down on the right side. As you look to the left, finding twist in your body. Once you're in the twist, just relax the body, relax the arms and legs. Try to breathe in and out from the abdomen. Just 5 deep breaths over here. As you inhale, roll back to the center and then let the knees fall down on the left side now. As you look to the right, finding your twist in the opposite direction. As you inhale, roll back to the center. Straighten your legs now. Keep the arms next to the body, but not too close. Keep some breathing space for the underarms. Bring the chin close to the chest so the back of the neck is on the ground. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Palms are facing up. Let your feet fall outwards. Close your eyes. This is the final pose of our sequence, Shavasana, corpse pose. It is often said in yoga that this is the most important pose of any sequence that you can do. And it's true. It's because when you surrender the body completely, just like a corpse, not holding anything back, a deeper intelligence in the body starts to rejuvenate and reset the body. All the different poses that we practiced today, all those subtle changes in different parts of the body, they start getting integrated into our system. So simply focus on your breath and try to relax all the muscles of the body. Use your exhalations to relax deeper and further. Keep your facial muscles relaxed. Unclench the jaw. Let the arms sink into the ground. Let your middle section of the body sink into the ground. Relax all the muscles in your legs and let them also sink into the ground. With all corners and parts of the body relaxed, once again bring your attention to the breath. Slowly invite some movement to the body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Move your wrists and ankles. Move your head from side to side. And one last expression of the body. Take your hands over and above the head. Interlock the fingers. Turn the palms away. Toes pointing away from you. Give yourself a full body stretch. Now come out of the stretch. Arms next to the body. Bend both the knees. And roll over to your right side, supporting your head with your hands. Stay here for a few seconds. With the support of your palms, push yourself up. Come up to a comfortable seated position. Make sure sit bones are in contact with the ground, spine is straight, shoulders are relaxed. Let us finish the session with a chant. I can chant, you're welcome to chant along with me. The chant is Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So take a deep inhalation. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Allow the vibrations to sink into your body and mind, and whatever feeling of peace and calm that you're experiencing, visualize that you're sharing it with all sentient beings in all directions, all across the universe. With that, bring your palms together and rub your palms. Cup your eyes and spread this energy all over the body. As you open your eyes, look into your palms. Namaste.
Namaste.